Support for today's show comes from JobScan. JobScan is a site that's going to take a look at your resume and you're going to copy and paste the job description into another field. It's going to make a comparison and give you a sense of how your resume matches up and makes recommendations for how to fix it. Again, use the link in the show notes. You'll get better results on each resume submission you make. And with that, we'll be back in one moment. This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 2206. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome to the #1 podcast in Apple Podcasts for Job Search. No podcast in job search is even close to the number of episodes we have with No BS Job Search Advice Radio. We've been on for more than 10 years. I think my other show, Job Search Radio, is still number 2 with over 800 episodes, and I discontinued that 2.5 years ago. This show today is about one of those resume mistakes that older workers in particular make. Hope you enjoy the show, hope you find it helpful, and we'll be back in just one moment. Support for today's show comes from Skillshare.com. Now, Skillshare is a site where they have thousands of courses and lots of course instructors to help you not just simply professionally, but personally as well. I know I have a number of my classes there, and it's one price per month, and it's unlimited access to content. And they give you a 7-day free trial. So you can take all of my classes that way. And if you decide not to renew, okay, you decided not to renew. I'm fine with that. But I'm just simply saying it's a place where you can learn and grow and not have to worry about spending hundreds of dollars for courses like so many instructors make you do. Again, use the link in the show notes, get a 7-day free trial. It will make a difference in your job search and so much more. And we'll be back in just one moment. Stupid resume mistakes that you as an older worker make. I'm going to cover one today that happens all the time. And let me just start by saying, every time I speak to a group, the group tends to be older and they tend to be concerned about ageism. And then I receive a resume from people who are concerned about ageism, and it starts off with a summary area that says more than 4 decades of experience with, or 30 years of experience focused on, and you're leading with your chronology. Here's the fact of the matter. No one cares what you did when Bill Clinton was president, or that you entered the field at that time. What people care about is maybe the last 10 to 15 years of background, and within that, they want to know what you did that relates to what they need. Rather than providing them with the memoir of your life in the form of a resume, focus in on the last 10, 15 years. Maybe you have a sentence at the end that says prior experience was with, and you list a number of firms where I rose through the ranks until I became a manager at so-and-so, which is, let's say, the first firm that's appearing on your resume. Fundamentally, when you were hiring, what you cared about was what the person sitting opposite you could do that related to what you needed, right? They're no different, but you folks insist much too often that they have to read through your life story, the history of your career, as though it really matters. At most, it's 10 to 15 years that matters, which takes us back, as of the recording right now, to 2006. George W. Bush was president. It's a long time ago, right? So, really, what you did back in the Stone Ages doesn't matter. Focus on recent work. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few things I can do to help you with your job search beyond simply being your coach. First of all, I've got a new book out called The Right Answers to Tough Interview Questions. It is like a cookbook with answers to tons of interview questions that you're going to be asked on interviews. And if you pair it up with my other new book, The Ultimate Job Interview Framework, they are a terrific pair of books to help you with interviewing. In addition, I have a new service where you can practice mock interviews. If you go to thebiggamehunter.us/mock, I've got a service there, very inexpensive, like $99, where we have mock interviews set up. I'm going to be adding more to it very soon, but you can record your answers to them, and then I can critique them and help you perform better on them. You probably have noticed my show notes are pretty thorough with products and services that can help you with your search. And connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the-big-game-hunter. Lastly, my website has a ton of great information. That's thebiggamehunter.us. Now, if you're not ready to go there and go through the blog, put the address in your phone, thebiggamehunter.us, Jeff Altman. So this way, when you're ready to go, you have a way of getting back to my website. Hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great!